Hello, hello. This will be a video just showcasing Demonspawn build I did a bit of testing on. Not a whole lot, so it's like I can guarantee it's not optimal. But it's definitely good enough for anyone who isn't sure what to go for in the very end game. So quickly, just show gear. Um, A lot of these, like, they are expensive, but at least there's only three items that are going to be pretty hard to get, especially Rainbow Band, because, like, every class wants that. Maybe Power of the Void, well, but at least Power of the Void, uh, and the Crowns, and the Rune Words, you'll be able to get. Uh, these aren't guaranteed because of how rare they are. But that's not to say that getting the other items will be easy. But it does use a set, which you can get pretty early on, so that's something. Uses Sovereignty, which deals additional magic damage based on your max mana, and 500k mana build. I tried with Mana Bender and whatnot, but and the other belt, the Mana Belt, but it wasn't more damage for me. Maybe it would be with another setup, or I was doing something wrong, but hey, you could always test in the editor and make small changes based on this if you wanted to. So yeah, these are the items. We got the Bone set, pretty standard, because Bone Storm is going to be your main source of damage, because I find it to be pretty strong, so that's why I decided to stick with it. Sheep set, just ridiculous stats. Why is this 59%? I guess it's only 60 at 101. Okay. Ridiculous stats. Oh my god, I rolled extra all stats. Okay, didn't even notice that. Also ridiculous stats. The summoning sheep is going to be completely useless with this build, but the 60% CDR with Spell Mirror, it's pretty insane because Bone Storm already overlaps without 60% CDR, so 60% CDR makes it overlap quicker, and then you got the Spell Mirror that can double that effect. So, and of course Mirage is what's going to be giving you Spell Mirror. So yeah, we got the Sovereignty, Mana build, and then we got the Mage Slayer's Magic Jacket. Now you could use Mystify, but Mystify has lower spell break. So I find this to be better, at least for single target. Because this build is just purely for testing DPS. I can't even show you Wormhole because in the editor for some reason right now, I'm not sure how to go to hell. But anyways, that's probably a me issue. We got all Vex slotted in for more energy, which gives max mana, mana regen, and more skill damage, because if you hover over here, energy will give you additional magic damage for these skills. So just to run through these items, so you know the names one more time, because I probably missed one. I couldn't get a good roll on the boots really with 5% all stats. I wanted max sockets though with a good roll, but I'm not going to waste an eternity. But if you want to min max, get max mana or elemental damage, or all stats is fine too, whatever. Okay, so that's the gear. Then we got the skills. Slot resistance runes if you need to, or just try to get gear with the right resist. I'm not going to mess around too much with that right now, but yeah. I find this to be the highest DPS, just because you might as well run full bone barrage if you're going single out. At least that's what I would figure. And then the blood surge for some extra DPS. The thing is, this is just for like the highest DPS, and it's probably not optimal, but it's good enough. the thing is, though, you're going to want to run your mana shield skill. So you'll have one less slot here. So you would have to choose between keeping your Blood Surge and getting rid of Bone Barrage, or getting rid of Blood Surge and keeping Bone Barrage. I would probably keep Bone Barrage, to be honest, just because sticking with the single out. But I could be wrong on that. You could always just test yourself, which would do more. Now, test deep. Oh, and of course relics. Pretty standard. I don't know why I have that. Don't get that. You want energy. It's all stats. Stamina. Armor, if you want, but I wouldn't go too deep into that. Your highest priority, of course, is oversize, followed by all talents, and then your big energy boosters and all stats. And I think that covers that part, and I'm just going to do a quick DPS test. DPS looks really bad right now, but just wait. Just because I have to reset it. Oh, and Merc's not a... Oh, forgot Merc. I'm running Shroud of Elements on him for even more single target. And Judge, which is like pretty standard stuff in Wormhole for big pulls when you start needing to clear faster before the timer runs out. And Golden Crusader because it's like extremely tanky. And a shield, you would run Iron Giant Shield, or if you're really rich, King's Tower, which is a chase item. Or Tactical Flak Jacket here, because you probably don't need this extra single target, but big numbers are cool, so this is really nice for Wormhole. It'll max your resistances as well, even when it's on Merc, because it's an aura. And it'll give you resistance too if you're missing it, like you're missing some, boom boom. And I was wrong. Oh, no I wasn't. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure last season it gave me resistance. So yeah, it'll make you so you don't have to use resist runes if you are short on resist. Because the thing with Sheep Set is it doesn't have resist, so that kinda hurts your resist build. But I will put Shroud of Elements back on just because big number. I forgot the shield when I was loading the editor, but yeah, like I said, Iron Giant or King's Tower. King's Tower also grants a healing aura, which is nice for keeping him and you alive. I did reach 15 billion with this single target. Oh, I also forgot to say I put mark target on the sovereignty. Chance on hit to mark the target, temporarily increasing the damage they take. I'm not too familiar with the angelic abilities yet, so this is the only one I could think of that would actually like increase my damage more, because a lot of them are based on APS builds. But I could definitely, I'm almost certainly wrong, and there's something useful as well that you can roll on Merc for his weapon to proc. Well, let's get that big number. I wanted to hit that 15 bill on the video. I guess it just kind of depends on your spell mirror proc as well, right? Hit a decent amount there. There we go. But yeah, regardless, still good damage. But quickly, I will switch to a build that, or a tree that standard, like that you're going to be using in Wormhole to not die. Oops. You're going to have, like, most of my damage is coming from Bone Storm right now. You don't even really need the Bone Barrage. Except for single target, but I mean, like, for mobs, it's pretty much all Bone Storm. 1 in Mana Shield is fine. Ossification is sweet. Maybe you run. Now, the question is, I'll do... I think you would want to run this max to speed the Wormhole up, right? Because if you want to go as high as possible, you're going to want to obviously clear as fast as possible. So, I think I would run this, rest in Ossification, maybe 1 in this for a bit more, single target, probably worth. But this shield, this is is your like main defense in against mobs in Wormhole. You're like pretty. Well, I guess I have less HP with this build and testing, but still, that plus Mana Shield is gonna be nice. Boom. Boom. In combat, so I can't switch up skills. Just gonna do double bone. Now, if you had Mana Shield on gear, like a Novice's Tower, Chase Shield, or just like a Thinking Cap or something like that, you can pop the shield and then just switch out the skill. So you could run that previous tree I was running for more DPS. But when you don't have Mana Shield on gear, you need to use the one in your tree, and the one in your tree doesn't work like that and will deactivate if you take it off the hotbar. So let's just do a DPS test with this variant. And yeah, as you can see, the Blood Surge doesn't really do much. It's just like a bit more added damage, right? So having that Mana Shield is very nice. I wish I could go into Wormhole and show, but I'm sure you can get the point that 502k mana with 82k reduction, almost 300k health, is going to make you pretty tanky. And if you need to, put more points in Mana Shield. Like on live with my gear that isn't even close to this good. I don't have the ring, the potion, the chest, the weapon. I do have a Beacon of Shadows, which is like more tanky when it comes to reduction, but less tanky when it comes to Mana Shield. But yeah, I still tank. I'm still like invincible in Wormhole on live, and I'm past monster damage cap already. Monster damage cap is monster level 1500, so if you can tank there, then you can tank Wormhole 10,000. So, but yeah, on live I tank mobs, no problem. I live through being frozen, and I can take boss hits. Obviously, I'm not invincible versus either. Like, I still get ticked down a tiny bit versus mobs, and bosses can hurt. But you can take a hit, so it's fine, and it's soft core. I think that about covers it. Oh, and I'm pretty sure like Gabriel's Swift Death on live, I took a past monster damage cap. I got hit twice by it and still lived. So like, I mean, it's pretty tanky. Oops. Doing less on this one. Oh, it's because I'm letting my Bone Storms run out. Because I'm letting go a right click. The cooldown's so short. I gotta reset quick times. There we go. No void pop or energy. Oh, and I'm using that ES energy, of course, because it's giving 10% energy on pop. 128k energy right now. Uh, 132k just with relic activation, which is pretty nice. Oh, and that reminds me, hero level. Energy, armor, elemental damage. I have Shockwave, I guess, for more DPS, but you probably just want Divine Shield, just, you know, if you're softcore, to save you from having to craft relics again, and if you're hardcore, for obvious reasons. Chance of like burning it now. I don't really, I haven't done much testing with this hero level, so you're on your own with that one. Chance to crit critical. That's pretty useless for this build. You probably just want attack speed to go over to attacks per second, just to proc. Make sure your spell break proc always stay spell break and mark target always stays fully stacked. And of course 10% all stats, because that's, you know, 15% mana, 15% health. You get 5% less, but in 3 different stats that are useful, because all the stats are useful for this class besides strength, energy, stamina, armor. For this, of course, all resistances, unless you're farming. You want XP gain or magic buy. Oversized helps a lot. Multi-shot and burst shot is not going to do much for us. And of course, energy, which is getting multiplied a crap ton by our energy multipliers like relics, Vex runes, and Sheep King. Of course, sovereignty multiplies energy. And Power of the Void. Did I roll energy on Power of the Void? I didn't even mean to. But yeah, that covers it. I forgot to do a DPS test with the previous build on groups, but it's not going to be like too insane, because a lot of our DPS comes from like spell break and elemental break and mark target procs, but it's going to be plenty enough. Like 20 billion there. I'm sure it could hit more with the right spell mirror procs. But yeah, with that being said, I'm not an expert by any means. I just did some short testing, and this is the build I found to be pretty efficient. So if you have any suggestions, feel free. And if you have any questions as well, feel free to message me on Discord, Barelycuda, or Keka, or leave a comment on the video. I hope this helped, and I will catch you around. Have a good one.